Right now on Hoosier News Source, Candy Light Xanax was found on campus.
And why IU housing costs will spike next year.
All of that and more coming up. Hoosier News Source starts now.
Hello and welcome to Hoosier News Source. I'm Sierra Gardner.
And I'm Sierra Hignite. What was an undercover investigation now results to an arrest of an IU student. Bloomington police arrested John French after obtaining a search warrant of French's off-campus apartment. Police found 3.5 pounds of marijuana, more than $7,000 in cash, plastic packages containing cocaine residue, and other incriminating paraphernalia. The original charges from selling Xanax-laced gummy bears out of his apartment are removed, and he is now being charged with possession. French is now released on bail. A Zionsville man commits suicide after killing his niece. Catherine Gale and her uncle Lucius Hamilton were in a dispute over a large family trust. Police responded to a 911 breaking and entering call when they found Catherine Gale and her 4-year-old son fatally shot in their Zionsville home. Police traced Hamilton to a hotel in Indianapolis where he shot himself after a standoff with SWAT. This comes to a surprise to those who knew Lucius because he was already a very wealthy man. The husband asked for prayers as their family goes through this very difficult time. The Board of Trustees voted that all IU campuses will have a housing price increase for fall of 2016. This means roughly $245 a year for anyone living on IU housing. Hoosier News Source's Anna Howell spoke with students on their thoughts about the increase.
The housing spike has affected some current IU students and will affect incoming freshmen in the fall of 2016. We got some thoughts from current students about the 2.5% housing price increase that will be in effect next fall.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I mean, I think it's already too expensive, so what's the point?
Well, I think it's a little ridiculous. I pay a lot of money to go to this school, and the fact that they're going to charge me more money, or future students in that case, is a little ridiculous. I think these dorms are fine, and they do a great job of housing me.
I think with tuition already being so expensive in the first place, I don't think it's a good idea.
I think that's definitely unfortunate for incoming freshmen and even upperclassmen who are still living in on-campus housing. And I would just be curious as to why they're doing that. Like, I haven't heard really anything about it or any info about it, so I definitely want to learn more.
Well, I'm living in a dorm next year, and it's pretty inconvenient since they're raising the price up, and it's pretty hard on my parents too, because I'm not coming around any scholarships.
Well, college is already ridiculously expensive, so raising it $250 isn't the biggest deal at the end of the day, but still the fact that they're raising prices isn't going to make anyone happy, myself included.
Well, it sounds a little bit ridiculous. The housing prices right now are kind of high, and I don't know if I'm really getting the full value out of my money.
I did not know that. I feel like if they raise the price, it would make it not worth it, and I should really look for an apartment to stay in.
For more information about the housing spike, visit our website for the details.
There's a rare chance to own a memory from Assembly Hall, and it's happening right now. The IU Surplus store is auctioning off old turnstiles from Assembly Hall to the highest bidder. 18 of the turnstiles have already been sold. The minimum bid starts at $500, but the average bid on these turnstiles is $1,400. Each turnstile comes with a certificate of authenticity from IU Athletics. The auction began on February 16th. You can bid on these pieces at govdeals.com. And Rookie Bike Week is in full swing at Bill Armstrong Stadium, giving Little 500 racers their first opportunity to practice on the track. Rookie Bike Week gives riders the chance to learn how to ride with other competitors. They also had a chance to learn how to do proper bike exchanges.
It was definitely a long anticipated thing. We hadn't done it before at all. I was super nervous, but it was a lot of fun, and everyone out here is just as new and inexperienced as anybody else. So,
Little 5 is still a few months away, but it's never too early to prepare for IU's biggest event of the year. And Apple is currently in an encryption battle with the FBI that could affect the privacy of your cell phone. The argument started when the FBI requested the company break the encryption and access the phone of one of the San Bernardino shooters. A federal judge ordered Apple to assist with the FBI, but Apple said they are unable to unlock the iPhones. Apple has since stated that without their encryption data, the privacy of millions of Apple customers could be at risk.
Coming up on Hoosier News Source, how IU is shaping up in a competition to become more green.
Plus, Black History Month continues. Find out one way IU celebrated Wednesday night.
Stay with us for more.
And it's an honor to be here.
That's how I go through my work.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
As you can see behind me,
Welcome back. IU is shedding its cream and crimson colors as it competes with colleges all across campus to become more green. I got a closer look at what it's all about.
It's a nationwide effort for a cause that affects the future of our planet. Recyclemania. It's a friendly competition to see which college can recycle the most products and reduce the most waste.
So really think about when you place something in a waste container. If you have to, just think that's going to be transported 60 miles away and sit in a landfill.
Steve Akers is at the heart of this recycling effort. As the Associate Director of the Environmental Operations of RPS, he oversees waste and recycling methods all over campus. Indiana University Bloomington is competing in the competition for the 7th year in a row. Recycling is collected all over campus, but it's the residents and dining halls that bring in the most products. In addition to recycling paper and plastics, RPS also collects leftover food prepared in the dining halls for composts. Akers said that in just 1 week, they've already collected 5,000 pounds of food that would have otherwise gone to waste.
As you can see, this is like 10 pounds of just this leafy stuff that has been cut up. So better it go to composting to our campus garden at Hilltop than go out to the landfill.
According to the Recyclemania website, IU Bloomington has already reduced 91 metric tons of carbon dioxide. That's equivalent to 18 cars off the road, or 8 households worth of food. Each university is required to submit their recycling data every Wednesday.
The competition runs until April 2nd, and the results will be announced on April 15th. Check out our website for more information on how to sign up.
Students got competitive playing a game of Jeopardy, testing their knowledge of Black history and culture. The Neil Marshall Black Culture Center hosted an annual Black Knowledge Bowl event Wednesday evening. This event included 2 teams competing in a game of Jeopardy, answering questions about history and Black culture. Students learned about the importance of Black history in their community and the world.
It's definitely a learning aspect, whether you're participating or actually just watching in the stands. Like, I feel like anyone who comes out and actually gets engaged in the event learns something. Like, they don't leave not knowing anything.
A panel of judges included IU alumni and representatives from the Neil Marshall Center. The Neil Marshall will continue to host events like this in celebration of Black History Month. Visit iustv.com to find more events. Well, that's all we have for you on this week's episode of Hoosier News Source. For more campus and local news, visit our website at iustv.com.
And like us on Facebook at IUSTV News and follow us on Twitter at Hoosier NW Source.
From all of us here at IUSTV, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.